You're probably wondering, Fred, what are you showing to us? Why are you showing us these burned grasses or burned field? Yes, today is very unfortunate and a very sad moment for me, and I hope for most of you as well. I literally just got a message this evening because we have been harvesting some of our brachiaria grass for the goats since last week, and we had a couple here that we needed to harvest and pick up. So my farm manager literally came this afternoon to harvest some of it, and pick the ones that have been harvested and left to dry to the land and for the goats. And when he came, this is what he saw, guys. And he just tested me, so I just drove here as well. This is what he saw. And the weird thing about it is, let me show you guys to the left here. So to the left here is where the boundary is. And you can see that there's no new farm here that is burned. So that I can say somebody was actually burning their farm or their land and then jumped onto my land and burned all my brachiaria grass. That's not the case. You could see that around my land is all green because they are all old farms. There's no new farm around me. This is my 11-acre land, very close to the main farm, where I have planted 11 acres of brachiaria grass. This is the source of my animal food, guys. This is where I feed the cattle, the goats, and everything with. And today this has happened. We have no idea where this fire came from. But as you guys can see, we haven't harvested enough this dry season, so the base of it was still dry. As you can see from this, right? The base of it was still dry. And I just don't want to jump into conclusions, but it looks to me like somebody set up the fire, because I don't know where it's coming from. Nobody has burned their land near me for me to say that, oh, that person was burning his land and unfortunately this happened to mine. That is not the case. That is the main road. That is the main road there, and you can see right from the edge of the main road all the way to my land. It's where it's burnt. That side behind the mango tree didn't burn because I have a path in between. So, the fire couldn't cross to the other side of the land. But I haven't walked all the way there, but if I look at it, you could see that side is also burned as well, all the way back there. And yeah, I don't really know what to exactly say. And sorry guys, I don't want to show my face here because it's a very sad day, because you get a lot of challenges with agriculture, and not just agriculture but doing business in Africa. And it's not unique to Ghana. It's a lot of challenges, but some of it you can avoid. But when you face troubles and obstacles like this, which is really a huge setback, then you ask yourself, like, aside all the 1,000 challenges and struggles that I'm dealing with, and the lack of support and infrastructure and everything, if fellow human being also has the ability to do something like this, this is not what is gonna make me poor or lose my house or whatever. It's I'm trying to understand, because when I started the pig project, you guys remember, one night somebody came and destroyed the pillars and broke even some of the pen, and I think it was the guy that I was sharing borders with, even though it wasn't in his land, because he had, the day before that happened, he had reported me to the chiefs, which I had gone, and we had settled on it, and the chiefs has come to the land to say that this is not in your land, and if you think it's in a government land, then it's actually not your business. Let the government deal with him. But we don't see anything wrong with this. The next day he came, I didn't see him, but allegedly he came and destroyed the pillars and the blocks that I've already laid. That was a cost to me. When the family met, he was a family member, so they were like, it's okay, the case is resolved, go back and do your work. To be frank with you, I've lost interest in actually starting the pig project, so that structure is still there. Just like, I've repaired all the distraction, but it's still there. A week ago, just when I came from the US, my team have started fencing the farm. As you are bringing in more projects, especially the goats and the fish, I think it's important that I fence it just to provide security and avoid some of these issues. So about a week ago, they fenced it, and in daylight, this same guy came and uprooted all the fence that we have dug a hole and planted. He uprooted everything during daylight. I got really pissed once again, and I was like, what at all should I do to this guy? So I went to speak to the family again, and they were all like, no, this is the last time we've spoken to him, blah blah blah. And I was like, guys, I don't want something big to happen and for me to take action before somebody says Fred is this, or Fred wasn't considerate, or we could have handled this at home. And in just a week time, like, I'm coming and I'm seeing this as well, and I'm asking myself, is this the same guy, or what is really happening? And I don't know. If you have issue with me, hurt me, but I can let my cows go out and eat outside just like everybody is doing. But it's just very frustrating, because I know the effort we've put into this grass on this land, to be able to have a bare land with brachiaria grass that we're able to harvest with tractor and slasher and really process hay here. It doesn't take a year, and it doesn't take a small effort. So to have such a setback, it's not a big issue because the grass is not gonna die. I don't know about brachiaria grass. I've never burned the brachiaria grass. It's just too valuable for me to try it. But if I know anything about grass, once it's burned, the moment it rains, it actually, sort of sprout out again. So I don't know about brachiaria grass, but that's my hope that it will actually probably grow back again. But what baffles me a lot is, if a human being intentionally did this, then what kind of human being are you? Because what you're doing is not really hurting me. You're hurting the progress of what I'm trying to achieve in this community. And what is in your mind? Like, come destroy my car, like, come burn my house, come knock me down. And I don't even know who I have a problem with in this community, because I hardly even stay here. I used to live here maybe 2 years ago, during COVID, when I was setting up the farm really well and all that. But now I'm mostly, since I came back from, I haven't even been 3 weeks since I came back from the US. So it's just, yeah, I don't know if you guys have have an opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Let me know, because I can't just make any sense out of this. I'm trying my best to be positive and think maybe somebody came to hunt for a rat and used the fire, and the fire burnt it, or it was a mistake. Somebody was smoking and threw the fire in the bush and it came to burn it. I'm just trying to make sense of all this. I'm just trying to make sense of all this and try to be very positive and not blame anyone. But there is also that side to consider from past experience and what this guy has done, because the pillars and blocks that he knocked down was also worth money. It was an investment that I had made. It was something that he could have literally, I mean, he even took it to the chief and we talked about it, and they said they don't see any case here. They came to the land and saw it, right? So yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys again, but this is the update for today. It's not a good one. It's very, very, very unfortunate. You know, as you can see, this is what we had just harvested. You know, so these are very short. So we had just harvested this and actually gathered it here, right? We've gathered it here for it to dry so that we can pick it from here and take it to the goat pen, and that's what we're feeding the goats with. That is exactly what was happening, right? And then it seems like they actually intentionally probably started it from here, because all this was gathered in heap. You can see that we had harvested this grass here. Look at that. So they started it from here and it literally burnt the whole farm. It literally burnt the whole farm, guys. I don't know the aim. I mean, the goats are gonna eat no matter what you've done here, if it was intentional or not intentional. But if you look at this land, this is all what we have harvested since the dry season. We have literally left it because, you know, we didn't have the goats. The cows had their food already saved, so we're just waiting for the rains before we start harvesting. Yeah, and as you can see, it went all the way back here. I can't believe this. But it's one of those days, guys. Stay positive. Don't let this discourage you, because it's not gonna discourage me. I think if anything, my worry is just the person. What kind of human being do we have on this planet, and what else are you doing aside what you've done here that is someday probably gonna get you into some deep trouble if you can afford to do this, if this is intentional, right? But as I said, it's grass, and I'm crossing my fingers and hoping that it will grow back. And if not, as I told you guys last week in my video, I'm actually planting on 100 acres, which is far from here. So far from, if this was intentional, far from the person who thinks whatever the reason that he has to do this. I mean, yeah, far from it. So, you know, I still have seeds, you guys know, so I'm probably gonna be planting more than I was hoping. But it's a shame, but we'll still keep pushing through. I know everything that has a success has obstacles and challenges that comes with it, and this is one of them. So I'm being positive, I'm being hopeful, and I know that, you know, things will work out and we'll see some success. So sorry for the bad news, guys, but it is unfortunate. And thank you for watching, and I know most of you are commenting for all the comments and just watching me ramble, but I don't have much to say aside from what I'm seeing here. Thank you guys, and I'll definitely, hopefully by the end of the week, come back to you with a more positive note on some of the great stuff that we are still doing here at Sementia Farms. My name is Fred, and thank you so much for watching.